Bridging the gap. Nyomi, the goddess. Tune in. Hey yo, Black, where we at? Elements. Got a problem? What's the issue? Ask Nyomi for advice, she will bless you. Is it sex, love, or relationships? If your spirits are down, you can get a daily uplift. Just listen every word that she speaks. Setting trends with hashtags for every day of the week. Hashtag motivational Mondays, testimonial Tuesdays. I've been listening for the last 2 days. Wet Willie or Wisdom Wednesdays. Either way, the conversation gon' be lengthy. It's not hearsay, this is her way. You know she'll keep you thirst trapping on a Thursday. 4 days down, I'll talk about the number 5 day. Never coy, she always keeps it freaky on Fridays. Spiritual on Saturdays with sessions in the morning. Still uplifting and inspiring you all in. Being the goddess that she is, she keeps you all in. Formed on soul searching Sundays, just call in. If you misinformed, come get the facts. Fortunate for you, she's looking to bridge the gap. Yes, she was a porn star, but she's more than that. She's a certified specialist teaching us how to act. By the end of the show, we'll agree to disagree, but be good to each other and ourselves and keep it sexy. Yeah. Tune in every week to Ask Nyomi. Bridging the gap with Nyomi Banks and Dog Pound Mike. Don't miss it. Tune in.
All right. What's going on, my sexy people? Well, welcome back. Hey, it's been 2 weeks since we've been back. We're supposed to have been back 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago. Well, all right, my sexy people, this is your girl, the goddess Nyomi Banks, here on Ask Nyomi, Bridging the Gap. This is where we do a live broadcast every Thursday here where we talk about love, sex, relationship, cultural differences, and so much more, while bridging the gap between them all and teaching the world on love language, attitude, and spiritual uplifting. And every week we choose a topic, whether it be, something that either I learned through my course or just everyday life, situations that we know we talk about. We know we have real, authentic, real conversations here. But before I talk about the topic, I want to say, because I know this is my birthday month. It's ending. My birthday month is ending. Ain't that right, Dr. Mike?
Oh, it's almost over. Ooh,
it is almost. So let me say this. The first 50 of my life, that first book has been amazing. And I'm so excited of what this second book for me is doing. Literally of what it's doing. And I am truly blessed for it. So I'm just going to give you a little quick rundown on my birthday. So on Thursday, guys, I flew to Chicago, and my brother, he is a brother from another mother. We've been friends for over maybe 15 years, maybe that long, maybe 15 years. And I met him through a mutual friend of mine. And actually I met him. He was helping me celebrate my birthday. It's when I first got into the adult industry, and we had a mutual friend. And I said, look, I'm coming back to town, such. I need you, to find some promoters for me, whatever. And he said, no, I got you. I got somebody just for you. And he sent me over this little chocolate fella. And from then on, we've been the best of friends and close, traveled all over the place, met his family, he's met mine. Like it's been a great kinship. But anyway, he and the rest of my really, really close friends did a beautiful dinner for me. Well, I had my good girlfriends from Milwaukee, from Chi-Town, Houston, LA, that came in to help celebrate me, and it was great. Well, no, he didn't. He didn't make it there, but you know what? He did make it there. Let me stop there. So what I thought was going to be the ending of it, you understand? I thought I was going to, just be in and then go back, but I knew I was taking a trip, so I go to Miami, and in Miami, guess what? They surprised me in Miami. Literally surprised me in Miami. Dog Pound Mike. I'm not gonna say that. Miss Kylie Cash, White Chocolate, Super Lover, Tommy, and met me there. And we had a really good time. We had a really, really good time. what I initially went to kind of relax, go to the ocean to reset, to do that, because I knew that coming back after my birthday, that I knew it was some things that I wanted to finish and then I wanted to do. Because remember, y'all, I've been fasting for like 3 months, right? Fasting, no hard liquor, staying with the fruits and vegetables, with some meats and stuff like that. So I wasn't able to really drink until midnight of my birthday, till it turned midnight. And so it was tequila on. I mean, when I say it was 1942 tequila, it was 1942 tequila from October 14th midnight to that following Wednesday, the 19th. 5 days straight, all day, every day, from waking up to mimosas to whatever. We was just drinking, having a good time, just celebrating life. So when I thought that I was going to be able to come back next Thursday with it, my body said, no, baby, you forgot. You a little older.
You ain't drinking in your 20s now.
Right, you're not drinking, baby. Baby, it's an extra 30 years on that. Plus some more little weight on that as well. And so the funny thing is that I really thought that I was going to be up and ready to go, for last Thursday show. So I apologize to everybody about that. But I am back. I am strong. I got my water, and I ain't going to lie, I got my glass of wine too. I'm going to sip on a little bit right fast. I got my glass of wine. But what I'm going to do, we're going to take a break, and then we're going to come back, and then we're going to talk about this topic. So let me say about this topic right now. I had wanted to do this topic for a long time, and I was just trying to find the right avenue, or kind of like the right storyline to kind of bring it up, to kind of, hit with it. Well, anyway, there's a viral video that I had actually seen earlier today, and I literally posted it today on my Instagram, right? But not only does it talk about accountability, but it also talk about different things for co-parenting, and then also what a true friend is. And so, but what we're going to talk about, we're truly going to talk about what is accountability. That is our topic for today. Accountability, and what does it look like to you? So what we're going to do, we're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to come back, and then I'm going to officially introduce my co-host, Dog Pound Mike. Yep. All right, so this is your girl, the goddess Nyomi Banks here. Ask Nyomi, bridge the gap. Hey, it's your girl, the goddess Nyomi Banks, and are you ready to get shaped by the goddess? Well, you go over to shadegoddess.net, where we have all the sexy luxury style glasses for both men and women, that you can get your sexy on. You can go out looking like a goddess or a god. But make sure you check out Shade Goddess, the shadegoddess.net. Come get officially shaded by the goddess. That's Shade Goddess. All right. It's your girl, the goddess Nyomi Banks here on Ask Nyomi, Bridging the Gap podcast, where we talk about everything from sex, love, relationship, cultural differences, and so much more, and also spiritual uplifting. But today we are talking about accountability. And what does it look like for you? What's going on, Dog Pound Mike?
You got it.
What's going on? So how did you enjoy that Miami trip?
Ooh, it was off the hook.
It was off the hook.
I ain't drank that much in a long time.
I know we had to get a disclaimer for you.
Sometimes I can drink and you might have to put the dog pound in the cage a couple times, because you know how I do it.
Right. But also we had the pleasure of meeting one of our BTG crew.
Yes, we did. Yes,
we surely did. I ain't gonna put it out there, but we were able to meet her, and I am so happy. I've been knowing her for 2 years, going back and forth on, you know, in Messenger and stuff like that and stuff like that. But to able to meet her spirit in person was phenomenal. It truly was phenomenal, and we had a great time.
Yes,
and it's somebody else that I want to meet in person that truly has been. And I don't want to say she's a fan anymore because we call ourselves Libra sisters, Miss T Brown. So I'm gonna find a way to come over there on your side, and we're gonna do some lunch or something. Yes, I said it right here. I said it right here.
There you go,
Miss T Brown. I said it right here because we've been talking for over 10 years back and forth. You supported me from Series Radio to Chocolate Radio to all of those things, and I just want to sit down with you in your presence and see what's really going on with you. You understand what I'm saying?
There you go.
Yes. See, but this is about friends being accountable. You understand? To making your other friends accountable for some things about true friendship.
Right.
All right. So this video that's been going around, like I said before the break, is that I guess it's 3 guys in a car. They're all 3 friends, and one of them was actually wanted to kick out his friend because of him not doing his due diligence of being a father to his children, because him and his girlfriend or ex-wife broke up. All right, so let me say this before, because I don't know how YouTube and anybody else would do, because I know I didn't have a chance to bleep out all of the cuss words. So what do we say? What is it?
We put our disclaimer on there. We put our we're not responsible, our parental guidance and all the
right, because there's some very harsh words. Now don't tell me y'all ain't never heard these words before, but y'all did. So if any kid, right, yeah, I know they did. But I want y'all to take a listen to this video right here, and then we're gonna come back. So just play the video by itself without me in it. Just play it, let it roll.
Serious, bro. Like, don't condone this shit, bro. He telling me right now, this man telling me right now he ain't taking care of his kids because his baby mama got a new boyfriend.
Listen, bro.
Nigga, who cares?
Bro, I'm saying,
who cares?
Bro, you
who cares?
I'm trying to explain it to you though, bro.
Bro, it ain't no.
Why do you care about? Why you care so much for him?
Listen what I'm saying, bro. Like, you dumb too if you believe the fact this man just said out his own mouth, I ain't taking care of my kids because my baby mama got a new boyfriend.
She posted a picture, bro. She posted a picture with her and the dude and my kids, bro, on Facebook, bro.
Who give a fuck, bro? This ain't about the
man. That hurt my feelings,
bro. It's about your kids, bro. Bro, you sound like emotional ass. You sound like a soft ass, emotional ass right now, bro. You mad about your? You mad at the? It ain't about your kids, bro. Don't tell me what to turn. I might not. You about to get out this motherfucker in a minute, bro.
Nah, you want to kick me out?
Bro, because you gotta fix that shit, bro. You gotta fix that shit, bro. Like, ain't no way you come sit up here and tell me, bro, I'm not gonna be friends with no man that don't take care of their kids. That bullshit ass excuse, bro. You ain't talking about shit right now.
But he grown, bro. Like, if you don't want to take care of my kid, you talk to her?
Bro, no, you telling me. Every time I ask you gonna get your kid, like, no, I ain't gonna pick them up. She with that.
Some weak ass shit, bro.
You tell him.
She cheated on me with this man, bro. I'm hurt, bro.
Bro, f all that, bro. At the end of the day, so your kid's gonna suffer because you mad about another your. That shit happens every day.
Bro, that shit ain't cool.
That shit happen every day. Bro, that shit happen every day, bro. Ain't no fucking excuse about you not taking care of your kids. Oh, she took a picture with my kids. Like,
that shit weak, bro. That shit over, bro.
Okay, I understand it's weak, bro, but that don't mean shit, bro. Like, you acting like a ass right now. Bro,
I'm acting like a bro.
You acting like a ass. You acting like a ass, bro.
Johnny,
you acting like a ass, bro.
Johnny, if you got kids with a right? If you got kids with a you taking care of your kids, and then you come home and cheat, and then she got another. She kick you out the house and move this in after y'all been together for 3 years, bro.
Man, shut your. Bro, shut up, bro. Shut up talking that shit.
Bro, you sound.
You're not finna. You sound dumb. You ain't finna talk that shit in my car.
You take care of
they ain't my kids. I would too. I would. You know why? Because you was my. You don't want to take care of your kids.
Here,
you a bum, dog. You a bum ass for that, bro. You a bum ass. You said you just like the rest of these bum ass. You just like these bitter ass, sensitive ass busted fucking. Bro, don't give a bro. Like, I don't got no respect for you no more. I have zero respect for you no more, bro. Oh, my mom, because you can get the out of my car.
You gonna stop me out?
Bro, you can get the out of my car. Bro.
All right. So I had to cut it down a little bit because it was it looked like it was gonna get a little heated right there. A little heated right there. All right, so I did share this on social media, and so a little bit later on in the show, we would definitely be sharing those comments for our social media section. But what I want to do, I wanted to come to you, Dog Pound Mike, because I did send it to you earlier today, and I wanted to get your opinion on it. But as I all told everybody else, is that I was going to share what my thoughts of it was. So I don't know if you want to hear my thoughts first, or you want to go ahead and take the wheel first, and then I'm gonna come in.
Okay, mine is completely. I'm totally with the driver. And going back to what we talk about accountability. The driver talking to the guy, he announced we are friends, and he made a statement. I'm not going to be your friend if that's the way you act towards your kids.
Right.
Now that's the biggest part of accountability to me in that thing. Even bigger than he accountable not taking care of his kids. That dude was responsible. If we friends, you ride with me. I know you. We've been hanging. We've been doing things. And now here, you want to take care of your shorties? Oh, I can't be down with you. Right. That's one of the biggest part of the accountabilities to me. Of course, he need to take care of his kids. I'm all for that 100%. He can't let because she with somebody else. That don't make no difference. I'm totally with the drive. But what that really showed me in that video, Naomi, is that guy driving that car, he put his friend out and made him accountable. You need to go take care of your kids.
Right. Okay, I'm gonna jump right on board right with you on that one, because I totally agree with that. So let me say this, because I love to play devil advocate on things. I love to kind of, I don't want to say straddle the fence, but I try to see things in different perspectives.
Okay.
I try to see everything. And it was a lot of comments that was given today that I had said, I do understand that. But then there is something that we truly got that's bigger than us, meaning that we have to remove our pride and our ego out the way. The one thing is that for me, and I'm getting ready to go back for my birthday. I remember he stood up, my brother that, through the dinner party, stood up and he explained about what our friendship was. And he explained about how I, with my friends, make them accountable for the things that they do or they don't do. You understand what I'm saying? And meaning this is that sometimes I will put you in a choke hold.
All right.
I will do that. And sometimes I will give you a gut punch, as well as my words, but know that they always lead in love. My thing is that if we are supposed to be friends, for me, my friends are family. You understand what I'm saying? My friends become family. So I don't even want to say required, but I think that if we're going to be amongst each other and amongst this energy with each other, we have to be able to build each other up. We have to make each other accountable for things that we do wrong. Trust and believe. It was told to me on plenty of occasions of things that I need to stop doing, or I need to, take another look at it or whatever like that. My friends definitely will come and tell me, and I take that. There is no egos that is going anywhere. You understand what I'm saying?
Right,
I have to sit back and look, because sometimes it does take somebody on the outside to make you look at yourself, for what it is.
Exactly.
My thing is that there have been times in life, and I'm not going to kid you, is that this same scenario that I've heard and I've seen and I witnessed it and I experienced it for myself. You understand? Because if that person is not with you, and it goes both ways, you got some bitter baby mamas out there that does the same thing.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying? It's like you have to look at it from a bigger picture. It ain't about you and her anymore, or him and you anymore, because your relationship didn't work. You didn't understand the assignment of taking care and loving each other. So what you have to do is you have to come together, put your egos to the side, and think about those children.
Right.
Because the one thing is that you want to make sure that child don't come up effed up like her, or that child don't come up effed up like you. You understand what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying, Mike?
Yes, I do. Most definitely.
Right, and that's what people tend not to understand, is that when we bring these little human beings into this world, they watching us. Their minds are like sponges and everything. And even though we think they don't know everything,
they know a lot.
They know a lot, but not only that, their imagination is wild. So they can take a whole scenario that You telling them one thing and they mind going all somewhere else with it. You understand what I'm saying? And it's like in that we need to talk to them about it, but also we need to watch our actions on what we do or what we say or how we speak. Mm-hmm. You understand what I'm saying? So even in this guy right here saying because she's with another man, so what? And that's the man she cheated on me with. So what? And what I mean, I know like so what? Yes, I said so what? That ain't got nothing to do with them kids.
Nothing at all.
Nothing at all to do with those kids. Nothing at all to do with those kids. And let me tell you this, and I'm gonna be honest because it was a guy, and I'm trying not to jump over into that guy's comment because he had said something that I was like, I understand. But what do you mean with that man? That man, but making him his man is taking care of his family. And his family is his kids. It's his offsprings. It's the very, the what's it called? The loin, your loin, your loins of your loins. And if you can't do that, then who can? How can you trust somebody? Seriously, how can you trust that person? They are not taking care of their kids. And it's because of them. I'm not talking about if the other chick is acting crazy or whatever, but I'm talking about them. If they haven't done the due diligence and it's because they don't want their child to be raised by another man, then I don't want to have nothing to do with it.
Right.
What that tell me about you? You know what I'm saying?
That says that he wasn't there in the beginning. That said that he wasn't there in the beginning. Because that's the ideal that a lot of men get. A lot of men get that, if I'm not with her, then I can't be with the kids. These are your kids. Mm-hmm. They're not nobody else's kids. These are your kids. So really, you done fell off the man pole right then because you still worry about what she is doing and she has moved on. I don't know why she cheated. I don't know why she left you. I don't need to know none of that stuff. But the thing is, your kids are still your responsibility.
Right.
It's still. And that's what makes you a man.
True. Let me say this because I talked to one of my good forever friends today. And it's something that my mom, and the crazy thing is not only did I say it to her, but then I had said it to another one of my friends 2 weeks ago. And I said it to my daughter probably a week ago that my mom told me. My mom told me, she said, look, whatever relationship that you is when you in with a man is that you watch how he treats his mother. Mm. Not how his mother treats him, but watch how he treats his mother. Watch what the words that he say or how he speaks about his mother. And that will tell you on how he will treat you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because if a person can't respect their mother, they're not going to respect that person in their relationship, whether it's a man or a woman doing it. Mm-hmm. Whether it's a man or a woman doing it.
Right. But you know what? I'm sitting over here and I'm looking and these little comments are going up and down, up and down. Don't go to them yet. But I see them. And I thank everybody that is in this comments. Thank you, BTG. I see y'all all. I see Radical. Hey, baby, happy belated birthday. T. Brown, happy belated birthday. I see Mark, Miss Charmaine, baby. Jeffrey, how you doing, sweetie? Tony Charles, that's a new one. How you doing, baby? And Spider Moose been missing for a minute.
Back with a vengeance today.
Back with a vengeance. I see Joseph, baby. What's going on, Joseph, baby? So I'm just calling you out right now, but we're not gonna go to the comments right now. Okay, we're not just give me a second. All right. So in saying that, when I said about respecting the mother, this is the very person who birthed them or him. You understand what I'm saying? So now let's flip it and go to the side of the young man that's saying that he can't do nothing for his kids because she is with another man. I'm not understanding that. What that other man got to do with the kids? Now, if you feel, and let's be honest, if you feel like that man is harming your children in some kind of way or they are in danger,
that's a different thing.
That's a different thing.
Right. You're right.
That's a different thing. Then that's where you need to go take legal action and you need to go take it to court. You understand what I'm saying? But also, let me tell you something. It's little games that people play. Is that I can't trust them with my child. But you had them. You laid down with that person. Mm-hmm. You laid down with that person. So when y'all was together, you was trusting them. But now that they're no longer with you, you no longer trust them with your child, right, with your kids.
That's crazy.
Or their choices or the decisions that they make for your kids. Let's separate on how y'all treat each other by how you treat the kids.
Right. And if it's toxic, yes, that's when you do have to bring a third party, whether it's a court, lawyers, whatever, so you can co-parent them kids. But what he's saying is, like, if you're talking like that, you wasn't interested in co-parenting them kids. You wasn't even interested in parenting them kids. You were more interested in her than you were y'all kids.
Right, right. And again, like you said, I don't know what happened or why she cheated or whatever. And if she really did cheat,
right.
That's the, we don't know that. That's just a scenario that he puts out. You know, we don't know that. We don't know that. She could have left them for something else, you know, but that's here nor there. But what I did love about this is that his friend made him accountable for it.
Yes.
But not only making him accountable for it, but also for the young man back in the back seat.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
There was a peanut gallery in the co-sign and said, man, what you doing? That ain't your business. Mm-hmm. And he like, the hell it ain't. Because if you can do your family like this, the person that came out, you understand what I'm saying? That you made, mm-hmm. And what you think you do to me? Because what you do to them is what you do to yourself.
Mm-hmm. And I see that. I see why the driver put him out the car, because that's the thing. If you can't be accountable for your kid, if you can't step up and be that man, I don't know what you're going to do with me in this situation. Where we go in the situation to go down.
Exactly.
You ain't looking out for me because you ain't looking out for your kid.
Exactly. You are not to be trusted. You are not to be trusted. Mm-mm. Sorry. I am so sorry. I am so sorry. If anybody that is out there right now, that you're going through this situation and you feeling some type of way because your baby mama or your ex-wife is with somebody who they laid up with or whatever like that, that's not your business. Your business is your children.
At that point, it is. Yes, it is.
Your business are your children. And for you to have friends like that to make you accountable, like I love my friends to be accountable for me, because guess what? I am. I'm definitely accountable for them. Especially if you come to me and you ask me a question.
Dude sitting on the curb right now, you done lost your woman, you done lost your kids, and you lost your friend. And you sitting on the curb with the knucklehead in the back seat.
You know, the funny thing is, I didn't even watch the whole video. Well, we will play the whole video because my thing is, did he kick the dude in the back seat that was holding the phone?
Right. The one who put it all out there. He the one who put it all out there.
Right.
So you know you can't trust him.
Exactly.
He got you all on the internet.
Right, got you all on the internet. All on there. Look, and I'm gonna be very honest. If this is a something that was acted out and portrayed, I'm glad they put it out there. Yeah. I am so glad, because this is so many people, different stories. And the thing is, it's the flip side too. It's the flip side to it. But what I did love about it is because you did see these black men. You did see these black men that was making each other accountable for, which a lot of times you do not hear this. You do not hear this. I remember a conversation that we were having. Remember AVN weekend? We were having this conversation and it got a little heated because some people was believing that about child support. We were talking about child support. Mm-hmm. And they were on the side of, you know, the person that was wrong. And it's like, it has nothing to do with the baby mama. It has to do with the child. And that's what we need to separate our feelings and our emotions that we have and think about them kids, you know, period. There was a young man that actually wrote down, and I hope that I saved it and I hope that I put it up there. But he had said that he had actually stayed in a relationship for 10 years because of the kids, because he did not want another man to raise his children. Right. So let me ask you this, Dog Pound Mike, right? Would that mean, and I want you to be honest. I want you to speak from an honest point of being a man, because I just saw on there that somebody said, you don't know because you ain't no man. You got it right. But I'm a one man. Mm-hmm. I'm a one man. But go ahead, Dog. Sorry. Hey, it's your girl, the goddess, Nyomi&x. And are you ready to get shaped by the goddess? Well, you go over to shadegoddess.net, where we have all the sexy luxury style glasses for both men and women, that you can get your sexy on. You can go out looking like a goddess or a god. But make sure you check out
Shade Goddess. The Shade Goddess.net. Come get officially shaded by the goddess. That's Shade Goddess.net.
All right, so I don't know what happened, but again, this is Nyomi Banks here on Ask Nyomi Bridging the Gap podcast. I don't know. Let me know if y'all can hear me right now, because I'm so assuming when Mike was speaking that the mics went out and went down on him. I don't know if they didn't want to hear him at all.
Because I was going to go in.
Because they didn't want to hear it at all or what it was, but we had little technical difficulties, and so we had to bring it back.
They trying to shut me down.
Is that what they're trying to do? They're trying to shut you down.
Because you know me, it's all about the kids. It's all about that man in that car, you swallowing your pride, and you take the responsibility of still stepping up to your kids.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever problem you and that woman had, y'all got to figure that out so you can be a part of your kids' life. And that's that's the most important part of it. And you had a person in the car, a good friend in the car, who is helping you out, who is trying to tell you the same thing. You know, he may not, he was really emotional about it. I know Spider Moose made some comments and he came at me about it. We're going to go back and get that later. But the thing is that's a real friend to make you accountable for the things that you are doing. You know, no matter how much it hurts you, no matter how much you need, that's, if you call yourself a man, then step up and be one. Right.
You know, I totally agree. I totally agree with you on all of that. I do. And I do understand. I understand that especially when we break up, we do hurt, regardless on whose fault it is. You understand what I'm saying? And then sometimes our pride and our ego do get in the way. But that is where you have to start to grow in your growth and know that it's not about us no more as parents. You know what I'm saying? As you know, we're parents now, so it ain't us individually. We chose to bring these children into this world, and so we have to act accordingly because we are responsible for them to go out into this world to have relationships with other people.
That's what's going to happen.
That's why this world's so messed up, because at home it's messed up. You understand what I'm saying? So if you don't even teach them how to relate to each other when things are hard or, you know, in a bad, you understand what I'm saying? Then how can they be able to relate to somebody outside of that?
Exactly. You know, and I don't know how old the kids were, but that's what you're getting them. You're giving them perspective. Okay, mommy and daddy ain't together, so daddy ain't in our lives no more. That's their first thing. They might start feeling it was their fault or something like that.
Exactly.
He still got to be there.
Exactly. But this is and what I want to say is, because I want to make sure that y'all know that I am not here bashing men at all. It was just a situation that we're talking about right here, because there are a lot of bitter baby mothers out there. You understand what I'm saying? There is an equal amount of both that are out there that are doing the same thing to each other. I don't want that boy taking my baby over there to that girl.
Oh yeah.
So she could be calling her mama. You understand what I'm saying? And it's like, no, we can't do all of that. You know, you didn't think about that when you was laying down and you decided not to take that birth control, or not for him not to have that rubber and go in there like that. Y'all know what I'm saying? So now you have to be accountable for the choices that you made for choosing this person that you're not with.
Right.
And act accordingly to those that you are responsible for.
That's what it's about.
That's what it's about.
That's what it's about.
That's what accountability looks for me. Accountability, because I want my friends to make me accountable for some things.
Yeah.
And what I mean, like this, and that people, I said, well, you being, some people can be, when they make accountability, they can take it to a judgy place.
Yeah.
Yeah. I understand all of those things. What I always say, I always lead in love and peace. Love and peace is when I'm speaking. And so most of the time nowadays, I don't speak on somebody's situation unless they come to me with their situation. So when they come to me with their situation, then that gives me permission to have an opinion on your situation. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So in this case, this man sat in the car and talked about his situation with his woman. So in this case, I don't think he overstepped his bounds. You understand what I'm saying? Because as long as you, and what I'm hearing from what I just saw reading on there, as long as you agreeing with the BS that I'm saying, then you in boundaries. But once you speak opposite of what my boundary of what I said or agree with me, or then you off sides. It ain't your business.
Exactly.
So you gonna let your man go out there with his pants busted wide open, and you ain't gonna say nothing. You gonna let him go out there ass out because it ain't your business. And I'm talking about the guy in the back seat. That ain't your business.
He's so irrelevant. He's so irrelevant.
But this again, this is about accountability. This is about surrounding yourself with people that will make you accountable.
Exactly.
You understand what I'm saying? As well as yourself. I had a whole thing that I had wrote about accountability. And it was about the subject, but it was for something totally different. But I'm glad that this video did come up, because it came up in the right time. That is certain situations and scenarios that have been coming to me from different people, something sort of like this. You understand? There's something sort of like this, that there are fathers and mothers that not are taking accountability for their actions with their children, or how they treat or are there or not there for their children, despite of them not being with that other person.
Right.
If that makes sense.
It does.
Yeah. And so this just came right on time for it. It truly did. Again, if you're a friend of mine and you're talking to me about some things, just know that I will give you my opinion. And if I think it's something that I'm like, I'm going to speak on it. And it's your choice to do as you please with it. You understand what I'm saying? But know that it's also ultimately my choice and my decision, just like that young man has said. I don't want to be around you then if this is what you're going to do. And that person has that right to do that. I've lost plenty of friends or associates because of me being in adult entertainment. And I'm good with that. I am so good with that. And the thing is that they were because they didn't want to be associated with me being in the adult industry, not me as a person. So now, if you think they come back in the next season, would I be open hands to them? Probably not. No. I would love you from afar. But no, I wouldn't let you come back over here because you disagree with my lifestyle, but that's your choice. But like, this is my choice too, to not allow you to come into my season right now. After all the dust is gone. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
After I went through all the trials and tribulations on my own. You understand what I'm saying? With it, once all of that smoke and stuff is gone and I'm not looked at like that no more. Now you want to come sit next to me and shine with it. It don't work like that.
Sit at the table then.
Yeah, sit at the table then. But that's what happens sometimes. That's what happened. All right, so let's go to these comments. Well, first of all, let's do this. Let's take a break. Let's come back. Let's go to the comments. And then let's go to social connection after that.
Okay.
All right, this your girl, the goddess Nyomi Banks, here on Ask Nyomi, Bridging the Gap, here with Dog Pound Mike. We're taking a break. We'll be back.
Hey, my sexy people, this is your girl, the goddess Nyomi Banks, and I just wanted to talk about something a little serious real quick. Right now in this world, sex trafficking is at an all-time high. And I want you ladies to be especially aware when you are out and pay attention to certain things. Now, there's a list of things right here that is going around social media, and I just wanted to pay special attention to it and just share it with you. So as I always say, always keep it sexy, but always be safe.
All right. It's your girl, The Goddess here, Nyomi&x here on Ask Nyomi Bridging the Gap podcast, where we talk about everything. Today, we are having a very authentic conversation about accountability. One thing I want to say thank you all to my BTG crew out there. And I see the comments just going. I see some getting a little heated. But I want to say this. And I want to say this. The thing is that, and I'm going to continue to say, is that if that makes sense. So in going forward, I'm going to start to read some of these comments. All right, let's go. Who's that first one? Oh, you will go straight to Spider Moose. What's going on? All right, driver is overstepping the mark. He is too emotional involved in this. The friend needs time to work things out, then get advice from the driver. This giving bullying. Hey, Steve. All right, so the thing is that when you sit and you talk amongst your good friends, you understand what I'm saying? And you ask them for their advice and your opinion, because that is what you're doing. You cannot dictate on what they tell you, because in that case, then don't ask. In that case, don't sit and talk to them. You understand what I'm saying? If that's the case, if you want them to tell you what you want to hear, then don't tell them none of that.
Exactly.
Because if you really want advice, then you will sit and you will listen.
That's true.
You will sit and listen. But you're not. It ain't about no right or wrong side. It ain't about that. It really not. And bullying, no, he don't want that. He don't want that around him. He's making him accountable.
That's what he's doing.
I don't know who you be with, Spider. I don't want to get personal with it. I never want to do that. And I understand, because I love all of your comments, whether we agree or disagree. And I'm going to respectfully respect your opinion on it. You understand what I'm saying? I am. But what I won't do is allow you to keep coming at my co-host in that manner. You understand? And I'm saying this with my Southside Chicago love.
Can we stay on Spider Boo?
Come on. Okay, come on, Mike. If that was you and I was the driver, I'll take you out, get you drunk, and get you to blow off some steam for a week or two, and then try to talk sense into you. You want to answer that?
Yes, I do.
Okay, go ahead.
First of all, if you were the driver and it was me, then as if you my real friend, I don't want you to do that, because you talking about let me go have a drink and blow off steam for a week or two. Your kids, I can't be a week or two away from my kids, and I'm cheating a little bit on this too, because I seen a comment later on down the line when you said something about a mother is the best parent for a child and not the father. Well, that's something you wrong about too, because a parent to a child, both parents have a different relationship to a child. I don't know if you have any kids or not, but I do have kids, and the thing is I would be there from no matter what. If my girl, my wife are not together, I'm not going to separate the relationship I have with my child,
right,
because of what happened in the relationship. So I don't need that drink. I don't need 2 weeks off, because if you was a parent, and to me, I'm telling you like this, and you was a man, you wouldn't take 2 weeks off from your kids. I don't need that kind of vacation.
No.
I don't need it.
No, that's a good point you made right there. It's a young man. I don't know if it's a young man or a woman right here. SMHA. Say go up some. Shake him. and they were saying that that's the situation that they're in. He's in my situation, the disrespect, I of course had a problem with, but the bigger problem was when the discussion was had about the child, it was one-sided, and that was where I had a problem at. You know what? You know, sometimes it does. A lot of times it is one-sided. Okay, so let me say this, and I can only speak for me of being. I was married before and divorced, and I have kids to previous to this relationship that I have, and so I had problems with co-parenting. For me, I feel, and I know I went overly protecting that person because I did not want my child to feel I love my child more than my dislike of them. Does that make sense?
That makes a lot of sense.
I love my child more than that dislike for them. Yeah. But let me say this. I have witnessed parents, both on the man and the woman's side, belittle the other parent when that parent is not around. You understand? Right. It's been several different family members that I would talk to and say, don't listen to that. Don't listen to that. Or I would say to them, you know, you can't be talking about your husband or your baby mama in front of that child like that. That ain't got nothing to do with her. That's not their business. And that's me talking to them to make it accountable, because now you're putting that child in that relationship. So I totally do understand in your situation. But this is where, and it's so messed up when I say this, but this is where you have to bring a legal in there and bring mediation.
Yes, you do. Yeah. And
bring that in because you do have people that will become bitter. You do have people that will, create a story for their side to be better. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That they are the victim, in this situation, and they will to bring the child over on their side. Right. That's unfortunate that does happen like that. And I hate that happened like that, but this is where you have to go to court and you have to get that visitation right. And you have to sit down and talk to the child. And if it gets to a point to where it gets very vital, then you really need to bring a counselor in. You need to get a counselor in to go over there and talk to whoever that is that's over there that's doing that, and said that where it's detrimental to the child and their mental and emotional stability with relating to their other parent and other people.
But this video we showed, it sounds like he's feeling like he's the victim. Mm-hmm. And that's the thing. He's feeling like he's the victim. So now it might be a problem, even if the baby, we don't know her situation, if she may not want him around the kids, because it seems like he may be feeding the information, because we see how he sound right now.
Right. 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 He do. He sound very, very like when I was like, oh my God, like, are you really tripping like this?
Don't say it.
Are you really tripping? Here go my word. This is what I used to call bitch assness.
There you go.
Really, like, bitch. That's what what I saw in that moment, and I know he was coming from a hurt place, and what they say, hurt people hurt people. Mm-hmm. But my thing is for the young man that was sitting in that driver's seat to make a. I want him to be my friend. So if you tell me, why you doing all that, I'm gonna truly explain to him. And probably by the end of the night, we probably agree to disagree. Mm-hmm. Because he probably will bring up a whole lot of key points, and I will bring up some key points on my side as well, and then we can just go.
And that's what it should be about. That's exactly what it should be about. So he was trying to do that.
Yeah. All right, give me somebody else. All right, hey, Jakina Ho. The guy deserved to be humiliated so that he might wake up and understand that there is no room for ego when kids are in the picture. You are so correct. Mm-hmm. You are so correct. All right, give me another one.
I seen trying to get to. I'm trying to stay off spider moves. I seen a good comment by T Brown. Now I'm trying to get to him.
Okay.
There we go.
All right, Miss T Brown said, when one parent belittles the other parent, is it extremely hurtful to the children? Yes, it is. And when I say I have seen this firsthand, I have seen this firsthand. I have seen this firsthand. All right, so we have SHMA say, I wish I can talk to you live and share. You know, actually, you can talk to me live and share. You truly can talk to me live and share. I don't know if you can go into the private chat. I'm gonna see if Dog Pound Mike might know how to do this, and he will give you a link that you will come on with me in this live, and where you can hit it, and you will be able to come on here live with me and speak with me in this matter. Shaking my head. That's what I'm thinking it is. Shaking my head. A. You got to send it.
Okay, we gonna send it to the right person.
Well, I'm gonna keep on talking. So, and that's, and let me say this, and I'm glad that you asked me that. So, anytime that you think you want to come in on a live and kind of join me on this platform with this and have your 2 cents where you actually speaking, then please do speak it and say it. And once Dog Pound Mike might get this together and he's able to send it out to you, then you can always come in on a conversation what we having, because that's something that I truly wanted to do with Ask Nyomi Bridget Cap, is to make it more to where it was interactive for my fans and the viewers out there, so we can truly have an understanding when we're talking with each other, so we can learn from one another, because sometimes we're not right, and sometimes we need to understand situations, because everybody's situation is different.
Right.
Everyone's situation is different. Everyone's situation is different.
Hey, it's your girl, the Goddess NmW&x, and are you ready to get shaped by the Goddess? Well, you go over to shadegoddess.net, where we have all the sexy luxury style glasses for both men and women, that you can get your sexy on. You can go out looking like a goddess or a god. But make sure you check out Shade Goddess, the shadegoddess.net. Come get officially shaded by the Goddess at shadegoddess.net.
Can y'all hear me now? Can you hear me now? Mic check 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Can you hear me now?
You back?
You can hear me now? All right, all right, all right. See, now I'm about to make Dog Pound Mike accountable for this book. All right, again. So welcome again to Ask Naomi Bridging the Gap podcast, is where we talk about love, sex, relationship, culture differences, and so much more, while bridging the gap between them all and teaching the world on sex, love, and language, and attitude, as well as spiritual uplifting. And tonight we're having an authentic conversation about accountability. And we asked them, what does that look like to you? All right, so we had a young person. I don't know if it's a man or a woman. I don't want to give it his or her to it, but they actually said that they can kind of relate to this because it's something that they are currently going through right now. So we're going to add Duke to the show. We're going to add Duke to the show. All right. Hey, Duke, how can I help you? Hey, baby.
How's it going? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yes, ma'am. How you doing? So good evening to everybody. So in my situation, it was a little, I'm gonna say, shocking. I'll say that at least.
Shocking.
It kind of came out. Yes, it kind of came out of left field. It wasn't like, hey, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. I feel like this. We're going to just separate. It just happened. And for me, there was a rush of emotion because the person that it was at our place where we lived at.
It was a what?
So the person was brought to where we lived at. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Go ahead, baby.
Okay. So the person was brought to where we lived at. Mm-hmm. So that situation was it could have been different if I felt a different way. Because you're bringing a man to where we live with our child. So yeah, that's how it started. But me having the levels head I am, I just kind of went past it. I thought to myself, what would happen if I react ignorantly? Because I could understand the flow of emotion. I wanted to react ignorantly, but I said to myself, let's take a step back. Where am I going from here?
Right.
Because clearly she's done with me, and I'm going to have to be done with her. Right at that moment in time. What happens now? So for me, immediately that was more of my thought process than all of the, I'm gonna call it nigga thoughts. I don't use the word nigga, but I'm gonna say nigga thoughts, where I just wanted to be, say, ignorant, stupid, and do something in a response to that. But because I watched so much of it happen around me and out there, it was more of a, you know what? Let me not. It's going to suck because it's happened to me now, out of all people.
Right.
So yeah, it absolutely sucked, and it took me a while to get over that. But at the same time, I had to deal with, how do I parent with her now? And so the problem became, well, if she's going to move on in a relationship, and I deal more with the kid than she does, well, the kid should live with me. That's how I thought, because I dealt more with our child. So that discussion was had. Of course, like I said, it was one-sided, and from it being one-sided, it was like, this is why men have these feelings towards women when it comes down to trying to co-parent, and the thing men say about having time with their kids. We're expected certain things when it comes down to separation and co-parenting with those closed-minded individuals. Not all, but some. And at that moment in time, she was being more closed-minded. So for me, it was, you have this relationship you have going on, and then you have me over here having to deal with all of this and expect to be okay and just be a father. But I'm limited on being a father now, because now the roles are reversed, and I'm expected to be okay with that, rather than maybe sharing or splitting it more. It was just a complete 180. And it wasn't that I never wanted to share being the parent with her. It just so happens that what we had going in our lives, I dealt with our child more than she did.
Okay, so let me ask you this. All right, so now in the beginning, I heard you say that it was that the child, I mean the child and your significant, well, and your ex were now living in
Yes.
the same household with a man. Am I correct?
Yes.
All
Correct.
right. Um, and you were at that time you were uncomfortable with that, but you said, okay, but I'm still going to be the bigger person, and I'm just going to be supportive and continue to be co-parent as best as I can in that situation, regardless of what I felt. Correct?
Agreed.
Okay. Now in that instance, I guess you were more of a parent because I guess that was more of a newer relationship that she had. So she was putting her relationship more into the guy versus then in the child.
No, it was just because I'm more of an entrepreneur, self-employed. So I
Okay.
had time and schedule to do more things freely and make money away, outside of the time I needed to be a parent.
Okay.
So I was more flexible. She was an actual teacher.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
but
So
that's
you
what
had
that
more
was
time.
our
You had
relationship.
okay. I got you. You had more time with the child, with the baby, than she had because she had a 9 to 5 inside a building where you were more of you had a stay at home entrepreneur type of job. That's kind of what my situation is. So I do understand it. I guess what I'm trying to figure out is where did because even in your conversation, I don't see why you two cannot co-parent together.
As this point now, we can co-parent.
Okay.
But it took for her failed engagement for her to realize that.
Okay, so let me say this. let me say
yeah.
this, because I heard when you said that, you said in that failed engagement. You kind of sat in that for a second.
Because so for me, I don't wish bad on anyone, even though it was a hurtful situation. I felt like, okay, well, clearly you must feel that person, you're happy with that person. You have more things with that person. Now, if the person's around our child, well, I'm going to evaluate that person myself, right? Because that person's around our child. He's another male figure in front of our child. So you know what? I'm going to evaluate him as if there was my daughter with a boyfriend, right? So that's how I looked at it.
Yeah.
And I noticed things that I was like, I'm not bitter, but I'm trying to tell you, I don't see this lasting. I just don't know why, but I just see something that's not right.
Right.
I don't know what it is. I would share that, but of course, me sharing that sounded like me being bitter.
Right. And can I say this? I totally understand exactly where you're coming from, because that is a situation that I had to go through with my first as well. Seeing that, and it's very hard. And this is where you as parents, that you have to say, you know what? Because I chose to be with this person and I chose to make this baby with, so I have to trust in their judgment. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But also, because it is hard. It is very, very hard with that, because it ain't like you can go to the child and tell the child to be careful and watch out for that person or whatever, because they're not good for your mama. You understand what I'm saying? Because that takes the child out of a child's place and put them in adult business. So I understand in that moment. Okay, that's old. So let me, and why I say that's old, because y'all now on a whole new thing. She is no longer with the guy right now, and
no, but she
no
still
longer
has some traits. You're correct. She's no longer with him, but she still has some traits where I feel like emotionally trying to have that friendship co-parenting side. She still has some emotion there because I've let it go.
Mm-hmm.
Right? We're not going to get back together. I'm not going backwards in that sense.
Right.
I want the best for her. I'm going to support her in all I can as the other parent because we're two halves of a whole.
Right.
So
Exactly.
hey, if you have things going on as the other parent that's going to affect our child, share.
Right.
Right. I don't care. I could be off married in a whole new whatever. That doesn't matter because we still have something that we share and that we cherish together.
Exactly.
And that's more important. As we've all stated in the comments and in the video so far, everybody agrees on that part. The child is what we're trying to make sure we take care of.
Yeah.
But each parent plays a part in that.
Yeah, they do. But also remember that each parent is a different entity. They are a different buildup. You understand what I'm saying? So what we have to stop doing is stop looking for ourselves and others. Because we do something a certain way or we parent a certain way, that doesn't mean that other person will parent that other way.
Agreed. I definitely agree. We have two different styles. And that's just my first child. I have two different women in two different situations. And that's a whole other story. We'll leave that topic for another day. But it's like it's understanding yourself and how to, like y'all said, be accountable for yourself and accepting someone else making you accountable. Because sometimes we are blind, right? I know I've had it in my life where I've been blind in moments. Sometimes I'm not blind, but people are trying to make me accountable for something I'm already accountable for.
Right.
But the real accountability is more on that person trying to make me accountable, right? Sometimes that happens, and us as people trying to make somebody else accountable, it's really us, but we're trying to push it off on somebody else. So sometimes that comes into play, that comes into effect as well.
Yeah. First I want to say this. I want to say thank you for coming on and sharing your story. First of all, you've been one of my first courageous people to come on here, even though I don't see your face.
There's a reason. I'll put it in the private chat. Yeah.
No worries. That I was just teasing you, but I really thank you for sharing your story because really I related to a lot of things that you were saying. I really did, and I understand that. I guess right now, even through the journey that I've been going through, is that I had to understand that my journey in how I am in life is different from that other person. What I have to do is to teach my child is that don't take it personal, that it truly has nothing to do with you. Is that other, your parent, your father, or whatever, that they're going through something, they're trying to find themselves. And through that, there will be things that you are not happy with, but it has nothing to do with you, and they are not a bad person. You understand what I'm saying? So in that process, that even with me dealing with him, it's like, okay, I know what it is. I know what it is. So me now, what's responsible is for me not to take it personal, because really it ain't even about me. Like really, it ain't even about you. It's not. She has her own journey that she has to go through to figure out what type of woman that she gonna be for herself, let alone to be for her child. You understand what I'm saying? You got it. Well, at least as you speaking to me, you got it. You understand what I'm saying? But sometimes it takes other people longer to get there than you are. So my advice to you is just continue to be supportive and continue to keep talking into your children. Whatever you feel that they lack in, you give that to them and let them know that it has nothing to do with them. It has nothing to do with them.
Agreed. Yeah, I'm listening loud and clear. Good copy.
Yeah. But I'm going to, I thank you, Duke. I thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I thank you so much for sharing your story. Truly.
I have a lot.
Yeah.
I have a lot.
Thank you. All right, so we're going to let you go. But again, thank you. All right, thank you so much. All right, guys, this is your girl, D Goddess, here on Ask Nyomi, Bridging the Gap. Again, I want to thank Duke for coming in and sharing his story. That was so touching. It really was. And I totally understood exactly what he was talking about. And this could get a go because I want to do a whole show on co-parenting. I really did. I'm going to do a whole show on co-parenting. Because it's a science to this shit. It really is. And the thing is that there is no right or wrong way of doing it. We might up one time and then get it the next, but you don't know. You understand? You really don't know. But let me say this because we did go over, but I'm loving this. I'm loving all of this. I'm glad to be back. I'm happy to be in my second book, in my next chapter of my life of 50 right here. I thank all of you all out there. I thank you, Duke. Thank you so much for sharing your story. I thank you, Joseph, Bleak, Mark. Hey, baby, you back. I thank you, Figure, Bounty, Spider Moose. Thank you, baby. Radical Brian. Thank you, baby. T Brown, Jake and Ho, Charmaine, baby, Brolin, Jewel. How you doing, baby? Super Lover, what's going on, brother? Jeffrey, I see you, sweetie pie. If anybody else that I missed, I am sorry. Thank you, Dog Pound Mike. We did it again. It was great. I just can't wait for the topic for next week to go on.
Let's do it.
To talk about it. But again, let me say this. When having disagreements or misunderstandings and things of that sort, and you know what it is, leave in love and peace. I got a message the other day when I was in Miami and I was at the beach, and there was a whole lot of chaos that was going around me, very chaotic. And as I was going to the beach, I saw it was all these little dark clouds, but then behind the clouds, it was a glimmer of light, and it was so beautiful. It was so beautiful. And in that moment, I went to walk out into the ocean they was just clapping, just the waves were coming in. And as I kept walking, deeper into it, I saw, and I was praying and meditating that I was walking into the ocean. And my prayer was to ask God to, first I thanked him for giving me these 50 years in life on this earth. I thanked him for everything that I've been in, through everything, because that is what made me the woman that I am today. And I thanked him for everybody who he has brought into my life, both good and bad, because I've learned from all of those things that is now allowing me to have these as teachable moments for everyone. But in that moment, the waves was coming real hard. And as I kept praying, then it started just slowing down. As I kept going deeper in the water, it was like slowing down. And then before I knew it, I just heard peace and patience through the chaos that's around you. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Through the chaos that's around you. And what I say is this, is that through the chaos, find the peace and be patient in that. Mm-hmm. Find the peace and be patient in that. All right, so I will see you guys next week. And as I always say, be good to one another and yourselves. And what? Always keep it sexy. All right, we didn't even do what's the name, but that's okay. I'll see y'all next week. Thank you.
Hey, it's the goddess Nyomi&x. And I hope you enjoyed that last episode of Ask Nyomi Bridging the Gap. And if you did, please like, subscribe, press that notification button, as well as comment. I'll see you next week. Keep it sexy.
Ask Nyomi Bridging the Gap. This is where we talk about love, sex, relationships, cultural differences, and so much more.